Hi guys, so I just wanted to give you an update about my Kindle. I got some more books. This is my iPad because an iPad at least you have colored. I still use my Kindle for reading because iPad is not that convenient for especially night reading. It's easier to read with the Kindle. So let me just share some of the updated ones I picked up in last 2 months. So we have last seen is that I got the Power Hungry and the things we never got over, and I think the fourth wing. And let me just show you some of the books that I have first. So you can see I have the Sarah J Maas, the whole this Crescent City series, Elsie Silver's all her books, and then the God of Malice, Rena Kent's all 6 book. I'm reading this one. It's the first time I'm reading a dark romance. This Bloody Tainted Love, Sea of Ruin, Elsie Silvers, and all this. I have the Kathy Maxwell's The Court of Actor, The Court of Thorns from Sarah J Maas, Laura Legorke's one more book, another book from her and Sarah J Maas, all the 8 books, Throne of Glass, and then Elsie Silver's The Wild Love. I think the new one is coming in October, which I'll get as well. Laura Legorke, I still have to read a book, but how much I've seen the reviews, I really picked up mostly all her books. Then of course my Anna Huang, I still have to read The King of. We'll go into a detail slowly. If we ever met again, and then it ends with us and it begins with us for Colleen Hoover, lot many of her books. And then Ellie Hazelwood, some books. Brit the Julia Quinn, my favorite. Some Sydney Sheldon's. And so let's begin. So let's begin from the downward. What I have the APJ Abdul Wings of Fire. Normally those learning books, after this I'll not buy in Kindle, mostly I'll buy the hard copies. But what I have is Shridi Sai Baba, Life of Pi, the Sita Shyam. Yeah, this is also very nice. Joel Austen. This is one of my favorite pirate romances from Teresa Medeiros called Thief of Hearts, if you've not read it. Again, the Kathy Maxwell's. I had 2 of this. I don't know why I downloaded again. Then Sai Baba's Leela. This is Barbara Cartland's Eternal Collection. Means all her book, quite many books are in one, and she has so many. I remember having these books in my hand in the library. So it's nice. I am shooting now in iPad. It's much easier because it has color pictures. Then the Sarah J Maas, The House of Earth, all of the 3 crescent moons I have. I've never read her books, but I'm excited. The Elsie Silvers, there are 4 in this series. So the 4th book is this. Then currently I'm reading The God of Malice. This is the whole dark romance section. So I'm excited. I met Killian and the other girl. The first 2 pages are really hard to get. I'll have a full review. But I really liked, I read quite like a lot in like one night. Yeah, so it's really good. But it's of course a little kinky, little spicy. I mean, we'll talk about it when I'll do my full video. Then this Sea of Ruin, I'm excited to read another pirate romances. I love that. Then all of Elsie Silver's books are here with me. Again, this Kathy Maxwell, Sarah J Maas, all of her actor. These are all the 5 books of hers. This is the first series I will start for her, and then I'll follow by this Throne of Glass, and then I have the Laura Legorka's new book. Yeah, this is all of about the books that I have. It shows about the map. Let's see, this will be an exciting read as well. Then I have because it's more cheaper for me to buy online and Kindle the books in Indian than buy the physical copy here, and I can't carry much, so all the love stories and novels which I love reading, I'll buy it in Kindle. That's what I've decided. Then I have the Laura Legorke. She's one of my favorite historical romance, like as good as Julia Quinn, I would say. Then I'm really looking forward to read some of her old books. These are old books. Then the Throne of Glass, the whole series, 8 books, again from Sarah J Maas. Once I'm done with actor, that's when I'll do this. It's about assassin, so I'm excited to read that as well. And then followed by Again, this Julia Quinn, this was two of my favorite books of hers. I download. I've read these also. They are just there as a, because I've sold many when I was leaving Dubai in 2013. I sold many of my books, donated few in the libraries. So ever since then, I never bought books quite a lot. In Doha, I had few, which I already carrying with me. Then this is another series. This is the third book also. I have already pre-ordered, so I'm waiting. Once all three, then I'll read them eventually. Fourth Wing and the Iron Flame, I have those two also. These three also, Lucy Score, I want to try. Contemporary romance, I think Colleen Hoover, she got me hooked onto it. Then Anna Huang made me really buy and read. Like I read the Twisted series, I have the hard copies, I loved that. Then again, these are all the Hannah Huang's four of the King of Wrath. Again, Anna Huang, she also got me hooked on to reading. It's not dark romance, but it's little kinky sex, I would say, and kinky love. I would say that, like 50 Shades of Grey. I think my first such romance book was 50 Shades of Grey, but before that I'm more into historical romances, so caresses, kisses, that's all I can. But this Anna Huang's was a little like how 50 Shades was. However, I love the story of Anna Huang's story also. But that being said, 50 Shades was also very good. And but oh my god, this one we'll talk about it when I finish the review. I will definitely share it with you guys. And then whenever I will do, because I read in my Kindle, I've never read in this. It's so much easier to read in Kindle in the nights. It's small, it's not heavy. So right now this is going on for the book I'm reading from this Rena Kent. Let's continue. Then I have The Hopeless. My first Colleen Hoover two books were the audio books of these two last year. And then I read her, I had a physical copy of the next book, which I really liked. I forgot the name. Reminders of Him. That was a very good book. Then Regretting You Have Not Read, Heart Bones, Never. I've not read many of these titles. I'll be getting there as well. Loved the redesigned and the new one from Lauren Asher. I've read The Billionaire, the first book. I really loved it. I'm now in the second one, so let's see how that'll go. Again, some Colleen Hoover. Sydney Sheldon Bloodline was one of my younger years when I was like 16, 17. I read. I loved this, so I've downloaded it. Laura Legorke's her 4 books. Out of this, Guilty Pleasure, His Every Kiss, and She's Not Princess, I have read. Only The Marriage Bed I've not read, but all the 4 books are amazing, so I just added it to my collection. Yeah, mostly I'm adding many of the books of authors I love reading, because they are some books I really love to read again and again. So this is one of those authors. And then I have The Loathe to Love, Ailey Hazelwood. I've never read a book, so looking forward. This summer I turned Pretty, the whole 3 books. I've seen this show in Amazon Prime and I loved it, so I'm looking forward to read this. These are teenage, but it's okay. Then these are again Ailey Hazelwood. I need to try her books. I've not tried. Again, Sydney Sheldon, Sands of Time, one of my favorite classics. Throttled by Lauren Asher. I'm going to love all her books also. Again, I've not read it, but I love the fine print, so I'm sure I will like her writing as well. This is the Twisted series. I've read all of them and my review is in my channel already if you're interested. The Bridgerton, Happily Ever After, I've not read, but the rest I have read. The Lauren Asher's only Terms and Condition and Final Offer is remaining for me to read. I have the physical as well. For me, the paranormal, or you would say anything that is like a fantasy, right, is like this Highland series from Karen Morning. I loved all of these books from Karen Morning. There are 7 books. It's a whole bundle. It's one of my favorite. Highly I recommend you to try reading these books. It's a lovely romance, and with, like, somebody if you like the Outlander, you will love it, but it's not as thick as Outlander, the books. Then the Bridgerton, I have the physical as well. And then No Mistress of Mine is one of my favorite. I've not read it fully. I think I'm on in the middle. I have to finish this book. Yeah, I think I have read 70% already. So let me bookmark it, because this is something I want to finish as well. And then I have the Breathless. This I'm excited to read. Then the Harry Potter. All the 8 books are here as well, which I have not read. I've watched the movies first, but I definitely will read, and my daughter can also enjoy it. Yeah, but of course I'm not going to give her my Kindle with all these. I'll buy her the physical. For her it will be the physical books that I'll buy when she's 10. But then yes, and then I have the Bridgertons. You can see Jane Austen, her work, all her complete novels. This is one of my daughter's a doctor. He was a colonel who, when my daughter was born, in Navy Hospital in India. His book, so I got it. Of course, George Martin's Song of Ice and Fire. I definitely wanted to read this one specifically, The House of Dragon. I've not read the other, though it's too big for me, but maybe I will in future when my daughter is a little bigger. She's still young, so many of these still on the card. Then Feeding Baby. This is very old Indian baby foods. 50 Shades, I've read it. All my favorite, Julia Ken, Laura Legorke. All these 3 I have the hard copies as well. And Kathy Maxwell is one of another favorite of mine. Penny Jordan and Laura Legorke. This is going to be nice. This I'm going to start reading with my daughter. It's a devotional for kids, so every day you read something. So I think this is something also I'm going to start with her. And then I have again then he kissed her. It's a very nice book also from Laura Legorke. And then some Pocket Prayers, some Tales of Hindu God and Goddesses. I'm a Hindu, but I believe a lot in Jesus as well, so you will see. Family Wisdom, Prelude to Heaven. This was one of her first books, Laura Legorke's. Then different books from God. Then Robin Sharma, one of my favorite authors as well. His books also I want to have hard copies. I have the 5 A.M. and Manifesto of Hero and The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari in hard copies. Then Jennifer McQuiston is another very good author for historical romances. And then some Joel Luston is one of my favorite authors as well, being Norman Vincent as well, and Stephen Covey. I have the hard copies. But as I said, these books you will not find more now in my Kindle, because these books are books that you will read, highlight, tag. So I don't want to do it on a Kindle. I want to have it in papers. And then that's it. This is my updated video about all the books in my Kindle presently. Thank you for watching. Take care. Please subscribe if you haven't yet.